Hello and welcome to Advice Guys, a weekly advice podcast hosted by me, Joshua Perlman, and
Me, little Hannah.
And me, Gabe Kaplan, from the hit television show Welcome Back, Kotter, circa 1977.
Gabe
I'm
Kaplan, also the host of High Stakes Poker for a while.
He was. I
Yeah,
was. Yeah,
you were.
I was. I sure am. Hey, you know what? I have an idea.
yeah,
What is it?
Should we just get into questions
Yeah,
this
let's do
week?
it. We've got a backlog because we didn't have time for questions last week because Hannah and I had dramatic previous weeks.
Yeah, it's almost unfair to the audience to not say if there are any updates from the crazy stories. It's almost unfair, but I think just for fun, let's wet the beak and let's just get right
Yeah,
into
let's get
one
into some
question.
questions.
Yeah.
Question number one. Hi, guys. So last week I was out with friends and we met these two guys who both seemed great. Both of them hit me up on Instagram and asked me out, and I am interested in both of them, or am open to getting to know each of them. Here's the thing though, I'm pretty sure they are good friends with each other. Should I say something to them like, hey, I'm going on a date with your friend, or no?
okay. Well, I
Oh, Hannah's got experience.
back in 2020, I matched with these two guys on Hinge, and I found out they were roommates
Ha!
and best friends, and they were both messaging me, and I was like, "Fuck! Like, what do I do? I tell them? What do I do?" And I kind of just left it up to the universe. I was like, whichever one asks me out on a date first, I'll go with. But then they both confronted me at one point, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're texting my roommate!" Like they both sent me the same thing, and I was like, "I'm gonna dig myself in a grave." Um, Ended up not working out with the guy.
Why?
Oh my gosh. Well, this guy was total fuck boy, and ended up ghosting me after like hooking up with him for a month. It was just, yeah, it's funny. He circled back around like 3.5 years later and was just like, "Hey, long time no talk." And I'm like, "You ruined me." But also with Will, when I first met him and his friend were both kind of fighting over me for like 3 days.
Hmm.
And
And you said first one to get my name tattooed on their neck wins.
um now me and the other guy are really great friends, and it's that whole situation is water under the bridge in terms of like who was competing for me. But yeah, that's a tough situation.
What do you think, Chris? Have you ever been interested in someone that a friend of yours was also interested, or have two friends ever been interested in you?
I've had both situations back in the day, and I bow out pretty quickly when it comes to like if I have a friend who isn't the same person. I just bow out. I'm just like friendship's more important to me. Always has been. When it comes to two different people liking me, I can't blame them. I'm pretty spectacular. Like I'm fresh smelling. It's like I'm charming. I get it. I have like, you know what? I had that happen once back when I was in my derelict 20s. I had these two sisters who liked me, and they both were coming on pretty strong, and I slept with both of them.
Did you have to do like a Mrs. Doubtfire situation where you were like wearing different outfits at the same restaurant?
No, 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 no. It was literally 2 nights apart. I knew they hadn't spoken, and then I knew they spoke, and then I didn't talk to either one of them again. It's just a bad call by me, but I mean, that's kind of why moving forward, I came to the conclusion that if myself and one of my friends were both into the same female, I would just bow out.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Now,
It seems like a typical Thursday for you.
I mean, I think I have been interested in a woman that a friend of mine has also been interested in, but not in a long, long time. And I also just like I don't know. I feel like women have all the agency.
Mhm.
Like women will decide who they like and who they don't like. So men fighting over a woman is ultimately stupid because I think like if a woman likes one guy and not the other guy, it was always and ever going to be that. It was never going to be because like he backed off or texted more. But I don't think it's on her to I think it's a her. I don't think it's on her to say anything to these two guys who are reaching out to her, who are good
Uh-uh.
friends. She doesn't have to do that. She doesn't have to be like, by the way, I'm going out with your friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not necessary. I think she's in a good place.
Yeah, because then it could just then it gets messy maybe for like no reason. Like just let whichever one you like just start chatting with them more, go on a date with that guy, and then I don't know.
Yeah. Or get
Maybe
into a
also pros and
thruple.
cons between the two.
Yeah. Did you end up hooking up with both dudes, Hannah?
No.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, next question.
All right, question number 2. Dear doctors, my favorite way any of our questions have opened. My two sisters basically hate each other. They have for years now, and it drives me up a friggin' wall. We are all grown now and live in different cities, so we mostly talk on the phone. But it feels like every call I have with either of them lately is just an opportunity for them to talk shit on the other. And I don't like it. How do I get them to stop?
Mm,
Ugh.
I mean,
This is,
Hannah, aren't you an only child?
No.
You have siblings?
I have an older brother.
Okay. Do you
you
guys
have an
get
older
along?
brother? Where's he at?
He's in Virginia. I don't know. My brother and I are just like complete opposites, and we just we text for each other's birthdays, and we'll talk on the holidays, and if we see each other for some kind of like family thing. But other than that, yeah, I don't really chat to him much.
And Josh, you've got a couple siblings.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 3, and I talk with both of my siblings a lot, and my two siblings don't really get along. And I can kind of relate to this, although neither one of them spends a lot of time talking shit about the other one. But like every time I talk to my brother or I talk to my sister, at some point there's a like, have you talked to Scott or have you talked to Heidi? And it like puts me in such an uncomfortable situation because I'm like, yeah, I have. Like, I wish we all got along.
Right.
Um, but yeah, if like, I think this person is free to tell both of her siblings, like, hey, I know you got issues with Chuck, or I guess they're sisters. So Charlotte, I know you got issues with Charlotte, but like, you don't need to like talk shit about her to me because I love her. Like, I don't know. That seems like an easy combo to have.
Yeah, that wouldn't be infuriating at all. If you're
Do you?
like, if you want to talk to one of yours, I don't have siblings, so I don't know. But like, if I wanted to talk shit about one of my siblings to one of my siblings, and that sibling was like, I don't know, I really love them.
That would piss you off, really?
Yeah, it'd make me.
Spoken like an only child.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I can't really answer because I don't really know, but I would definitely snort grated Parmesan cheese, our sponsor.
Mm.
Your video is so funny. Like your internet must not be great today because like that looked like a magic trick. You went just from staring at screen to then that being on screen with no movement. And it's like happened a couple of times where you just did it again. It just
Yeah,
vanished. You're
Chris is actually a magician.
the world's least entertaining magician. Dear God.
yeah. All right, cool. So wait, all right, two questions in. What
No, but
happened?
like what I was gonna say is like I can talk shit about my siblings, and if I'm talking to one of them and I'm expressing an issue with another, like I'd like to be heard. But if they're gonna be like, I think you're kind of being a dick about this, and I don't need you to talk shit, I'd be like, okay, I respect that. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Because like there's a weird thing that happens with siblings where like I can think or say all the terrible things about them, but if somebody else does, I will, walk through burning coals to stab them in the heart.
It's hot. It's really hot.
I mean, I feel like it's hard to like. Is there a reason why they don't like each other? Like, you know, maybe one of them did the other dirty. Like, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the context, but
There isn't enough clarity for why they hate each other.
yeah.
Could just be like, it's such a weird thing to be siblings with someone who's very, very different from you too. Like you would probably know, Hannah. Like it's a tricky road to navigate. But they are, our siblings are the only people who will remember our parents and us as we were as children.
True.
That is true.
All
right, so wait,
I say
so
try to keep a relationship with them.
That's good advice. Sorry, there's a helicopter going over my property. It's probably because they see all the strippers at the pool from my party.
Are you having another stripper pool party?
Yeah, there's like 200 girls out there, and every once in a while I just throw them breadcrumbs.
Why no music?
What kind? Like, what do you mean wino music? What is wino music?
No, that was a question with two separate words. Why no music? Not wino music. Not like what dudes with paper bags or bottles drink and listen to.
That'd be cool. I don't know. There's music, but wait, I have to. So all right. So we did two. We helped out two different people. We saved 2 lives. Yep. I mean, I need to know. Like 2 weeks, like last week, Josh was like, you were at Romper Room with like 3 15-year-old girls, and you were like, gosh, I don't know what to do with all these 15-year-old girls that keep texting me. And Hannah was just like getting ready to jump off a cliff, and now she's like catbird smiling. And I mean, like, I want you to guys know that I've had something exciting happen this week too. So maybe we talk about this a little bit now. Maybe
what happened? Do you want to talk about you? Is that
and
what's
you
happening?
go first since we took up all the time last time?
Yeah, Chris. What exciting?
I scheduled my colonoscopy.
You scheduled your colonoscopy?
I scheduled my colonoscopy. I also went 6 whole days without drinking alcohol, just because Yeah, and today, I mean, when we go to Barney's, today's gonna be my one day that I allow myself. But yes, 6 whole days, and I've walked 40 miles this week. I've been in like laser focus health stuff, trying to get ready for my special and to try to like lean up and like try to drop some pounds for my special at the end of August. And when's what?
When's your special?
August 30th.
Where?
Provo, Utah.
Oh, with like who's doing?
We're shooting a company called Dry Bar. It's a cleaner thing, but they did my last one and it did well, and so they asked me to do another one, and then so I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna lose some weight, I'm gonna look good for this filming, I'm gonna look good in the face. The best way to do that is not be drunk 7 days a week. So I was just like, let's go, and just like that, 6 days, very exciting.
Oh yeah,
you're doing great, buddy.
That's me. But again, today all bets are off. Gonna have some cheese sticks.
Chris and I took a friend of ours to get a colonoscopy about a week and a half ago.
Oh.
And Chris drove, and before leaving the house, I was like, oh, you know what I'll do is I'll eat a little gummy. And I ate a little weed gummy. And then we took him and dropped him off at the doctor. And on the way back, we were passing the Scientology Center, and I was on some like meaningless riff about Scientology that was going nowhere, and Chris just stopped the car, looked at me, and went, how high are you? And I was just like, I don't know, I'm pretty high. And then I got home and I looked at the packaging on the gummy I had eaten, and what I thought was a 10 milligram gummy was 100 milligram gummy.
Nice.
Explains it.
So then I went on the most stoned walk I've ever gone the entire time our friend was getting his colonoscopy, and was still insanely stoned when we went and picked him up.
I love that for you.
Because we're good friends. We're good friends. We're dependable.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Josh, how about you? What happened with the 12-year-olds?
I just stopped all contact.
You just shut it down.
They're women in their 20s, and I stopped all contact. I never saw them again ever since that one weird night.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good. How about you, Hannah? What's up with you? You look a little happier than the last time.
Well, a lot has happened. A lot. And I don't want to like give out too many details because it's
we're getting text messages from people who are like, What's up with Hannah? Like we're getting messages from fans.
Don't push Hannah to talk about anything she doesn't want to talk
No,
about. We've
like,
got more questions.
okay, so
I sent her the message. You saw it. She laughed.
so I ran into him on 4th of July, and we ended up going home together. And then we were supposed to, Griffin, stupid dog.
Even Griffin's mad about Will.
Yeah.
And yeah, we went home together. You know, we were acting like everything was normal when we were at this party. He spends the night, whatever. And then the next day, we were supposed to hang out after I got off of work and actually talk about everything that's been going on between us. And then he low-key like went missing for a day. And me and all his friends thought he was like dead somewhere in the middle of the woods, pretty much. We were about to go on like a rescue mission to find him. He finally ends up turning up hours later, and then just like a whole catastrophe happened.
Was he like extremely drunk or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a lot happened, and then more stuff happened, and then I basically
Is he okay?
yeah.
Okay.
I just
okay.
like I don't want to dive too much into it because I don't
Yeah.
I just like he's not granted, like despite the things that have happened, and like I know everyone's like he's not treating you blah 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 blah. I'm like I get it, but also like he's the last person on earth I would ever want to like talk badly about. Nor do I want to like give out like personal information or whatever.
Of course.
I just think there's a lot going on in his life. That's what I'll say. And yeah, anyway, so I kind of just like helped take care of him for the last few days just to I'm a nice lady.
Yes, you are.
Anyways, yeah, so I don't know, we're potentially doing dinner tonight and going to maybe finally have this conversation that's been looming over us for the last like 3 weeks now.
In the grand scheme of your relationship, though, 3 weeks is the entirety of it.
No, it's crazy. Like, but because of like how often we were together, from like literally meeting each other to breakup, it was like, I shit you not, just like every single second for like basically 2 months straight, and at that point, it's like when you're with someone so much, like I feel like we packed like a year and a half worth of shit into like a month, 2 months. And so it just feels like way more advanced. Things happened a lot sooner. And
I completely understand what you mean because I've experienced the exact opposite in my 2 longest relationships. Because my 2 longest relationships were both with women who lived in other cities.
Yeah.
And so, like 3 years into the relationship, we'd only spent the same amount of time as you and Will probably did, like domestically. Where it was like 3 weeks, like. Go ahead.
Where had you spent 3 weeks together would have been over because of how much you guys are toxic.
I don't think anyone else is the reason for any of my toxic situations, buddy. I don't think either of those women are necessarily well, the one is.
Yeah.
But I certainly bring the toxicity to the table. I bring enough for 2.
All right. Well, that's good. So, Hannah, you seem to be in a better place. That's great. Josh, you seem to be have avoided. You've avoided people who are under the age of 9, and I seem to be in a good place. So we're all happy. Let's go with question number 3.
I really God.
Question number 4.
You. No,
you just like 3. Me?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're women in their 20s and nothing happened, and you're making them children, and it's horrifying.
Listen, we've come to the conclusion. We understand the fact that nothing happened between you and these 5-year-old girls.
Oh my God.
And we're going to go to question number 3, not to be confused with the collective age of each of these women who are under 5. 3.
Chris is so bad.
Hi, advice guys and Hannah. I swear to God, I think my dentist asked if I wanted a happy ending after my last cleaning. Maybe he was joking, like he meant a fluoride rinse, but like, what if he didn't? Should I switch dentists or just go along for the ride?
Well, does stuff hurt? Like, were you put out? Like, was it a teeth cleaning and there was propofol involved? Like, I don't know. It
Propofol
depends.
doesn't sound like a happy ending.
Does to everybody who's ever been on it.
By the way, if dentists started giving out happy endings, a lot less people would be afraid of going to the dentist.
That would make things a lot easier. It'd be like, you got a cavity in your number 3 molar. Hold on. See you next week. Wait.
Chris would just have like a Walton Goggins grill out of nowhere. Just be like, what have you been doing? Stopping at the dentist.
Yeah. Yeah, got my teeth cleaned. Got emptied out. I think it's probably. I think it's a question of if anyone ever makes you feel uncomfortable, it's time to switch situations.
Your audio and video are going haywire, Chrissy.
Mine are.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It works perfectly for me.
Yeah, I think that I'm guessing the dentist was like making a dumb joke.
Yeah.
But still, you're a dentist. Don't make that joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but also if you feel uncomfortable enough, like I wouldn't.
I mean, anything and anyone can get canceled unless it's a gym membership. You know, like that's just facts. Like you can cancel a dentist.
I don't believe in canceling. Like,
That's
I don't
because
believe
you're
it's
canceled.
real.
Well, that's
No,
why
nobody gets canceled. They just like,
get a new audience.
yeah, exactly. Like you say stuff that offends one group, the other group loves it so much. Yeah, nobody gets canceled. Louis C.K. is fine. Crystalia is fine.
Going out with 5-year-old girls is cool.
Nobody. No, it's not. No, it's not. I say keep going to the dentist though and see what happens.
Yeah, say yes next time. Just have your
Yeah.
phone camera rolling.
I would absolutely keep going to that dentist. I would ask him if he wants a happy ending.
Oh God.
Yeah, and maybe maybe you guys will just watch Pretty Woman because that's a pretty happy ending.
That's a dark movie upon revisiting.
It is Pretty Woman.
I don't
Have
think
you
I've
seen
ever
it?
seen that movie.
Let me
You
explain.
haven't, Hannah?
Here it is. A prostitute is hanging out, and a very successful business person pulls up on the street corner and says, "Can I rent you for the weekend?" It happens to be Julia Roberts. She then becomes his date, sexual experiences, and at the end, she's like, "I want the whole thing," and they ride off in a limousine together.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And
so
Jason Alexander's character is a monster.
yeah, and the guy from Seinfeld kind of tries to hook up with the hooker, and everybody thinks the hooker's great because she's got a really pretty smile. And it's a Disney movie, which is strange in itself, but
It's not a Disney movie. Nobody dies.
okay.
To be a Disney movie, there has to be a parent death at the beginning.
Oh, that's true. All right, fair enough.
We ready for question 4?
Hannah, are you with us? You look busy.
No, I'm just trying to make sure my dog doesn't go berserk here.
Okay. Question 4.
Question 4. Hey, advice guys and Hannah. I've been listening to your show for a while now, and I want your advice. I've developed a massive crush on a friend. Like, not in a creepy stalker way, I promise, but there's just something about her. I think about her all day and night to the point where I'm dropping balls at work. Anyway, here's a real question. How do I casually let her know I'm into her without coming off like a complete psycho or risking ruining the friendship? Cheers.
What do you think, Hannah? What's the best way for someone to tell you they have a crush on you?
I mean, I would want them to just be upfront about it. I mean, there's ways you can obviously drop hints, but like if someone likes me, just I would also feel out the vibe with the person, because if they're not giving the same energy back, then it's kind of just like, that's not really what I want to hear from like someone I trust as a friend. But if I were feeling them, I would want them to tell me up front, and just be like, hey, like this is how I feel. Or they could ask in like a nonchalant way, like, do you want to grab coffee or like food sometime, and kind of go about things that way. But yeah, I would definitely just like feel out the energy between the person, maybe before deciding like how to go about it. Because if one of my really good friends that I wasn't into at all came to me, I mean, I would appreciate their honesty for sure. And I would have to let them down and be like, sorry, like we're friends. And hopefully it doesn't make it weird. But I don't know. Yeah, it's tricky. It really depends on how the other person also feels about them.
What do you think, Chris?
Josh, I think you should just tell Hannah.
Very funny.
I think it's the same thing. It's like there's no. I mean, you can tell. It's like there's. It's funny. I mean, it's kind of basically what you were saying previously in the pod, Josh, and what you just said, Hannah. It's like it's the girl's choice. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't matter. Like it's like if a guy has a crush on a girl and she doesn't want to go out with him, she's going to be like, we're too good friends, which is the dumbest thing to say in the world because ultimately you're looking for your best friend in that situation, but you're just not attracted to. So it's like instead you should just be like, I'm not attracted to you. There's never going to be finger stuff. Get off my hood. Like you should say something more along the lines of that. But it's definitely the woman's choice. But shoot your shot. Life is short. You never know what can happen.
Well, what I would say is like, I wonder how close of friends this guy is with this girl. Because if they're super close, he should know her well enough to know whether or not she has any feelings in that department. And as far as like risking ruining the friendship, my guess is even if you were to be entirely forward and honest, and that's kind of my move, by the way. Like if I like someone, I'll just be like, yeah, that's how I like you. And she's like, I don't like you that way, Griffin. Take it easy, buddy.
Stop. I'm so sorry.
No. It's okay. It's actually like a weird. One of my favorite things is to know how people talk to their dogs when they're misbehaving. Because if someone's a dick to their dog when they're being bad, I judge them. And if someone's like, no, you need to stop it, Mr. Snuzzles, you're being bad boy. I have no respect for that either. Like, I'm digging how you're doing it. You're being kind and firm, like Chris.
He doesn't understand like any outside noise. Like, it's not a predator. Like, he just anything he hears, he's immediately like alert. And I'm like, he's 9. He's 9. Like, have we not learned? No one.
How old are you, Hannah? And how do you not realize that they are all predators? They are all predators. Griffin has been trained. He's trying desperately to protect you. But I was saying, like, the only way you risk ruining the friendship is one of two ways. Is if she says yes and is into you. And that's why I think a lot of people are like, we're too good of friends. I don't think it's a stupid thing to say we're too good of friends. I think it's an awareness of the fact that romantic relationships rarely, if ever, succeed. So the only one ruining the friendship is you guys having a romantic relationship or you changing your behavior if she's not interested in you romantically. Yeah. Otherwise, she'll still want to be your friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, like, I've developed feelings for you.
It's good advice. Good work.
Yeah, man. It's the best advice.
All right, let's do one last question.
Okay, I'm glad we have time for it because it's someone who's written in previously. And I'm excited about it. This was my only disappointment about last week. I wanted to get to this. Hey guys, me again. So, I'm pretty sure my friend's mom does not want to have sex with me.
Oh no.
Thanks for the help and everything. I did what you guys said. I didn't try anything because I didn't want to lose my friend and or worse, be called a creep or a pervert or anything. There was one moment where she and I were in the kitchen and I kind of put my hand on her lower back to move by her and she almost jumped away from it. I kind of feel bad about it. Should I say something to her or just act like it never happened?
Yeah, act like it never happened. Like, it's already bad enough that this guy is trying to fuck his friend's mom. Like,
Oh, your definition of bad and mine are so different.
no, it's so bad. I feel like if he were to like confront it and be like, I'm so sorry, like I just that would no. I just would forget about it. Move on. Don't mention anything.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
You don't think you should say anything?
No, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Walk up and be like, "Hey, remember when I touched your back and you jumped? What else? What else can I do to make you jump higher?" Like, no way.
I definitely don't think you should say that. Yeah, buddy. I'm sorry. I feel like I've been the one who's consistently steered you wrong.
That's funny.
I'm really sorry. But yeah, don't say anything to her at all. But I also have to wonder why she jumped.
I don't know, because a teen touched her lower back.
Yeah, but like to me, I don't know, maybe it's the type of woman I'm attracted to. To me, even at like 14 or 16 or 18, putting my hand on the lower back of a woman, I feel like would have always gotten the exact same response, which is like grabbing my hand and a look and just being like, no. Like, not a jump, not a startle, just like a fucking, what are you doing, buddy? What are you trying?
I have no problem, like, if I'm friends with a woman, steering her, because sometimes women need to be steered.
That's a Dane Cook joke.
Is it? It's a fact. They do sometimes need to be steered.
It's one of my favorite Dane Cook jokes, and that's a list of maybe this one.
Well,
he's
right.
Is women like at malls and in crowded places always love how their man holds their hand, and he's like, he's steering you. That's why he's holding your hand. It's funny.
That's funny, but yeah, I mean, like, I'll top and back steer or move if there's like a situation, but I'm not going to lower back anybody I'm not with.
I was at a premiere for a friend of mine's film. I think it was the After Sunset premiere of my friend Julie's film, and I was with my ex, my old ex, and we were at the party and it was super crowded, and I just reached back and I took her hand and like steered like behind me, wove through the party and stopped, turned around, and I was holding the hand of a completely random woman. And that woman's date and my girlfriend were both just standing there laughing and watching it because they both knew, like, she was like, I don't know, he's steering me. And I was like, I don't know, I'm steering her. But yeah, I just like held the hand of a stranger and walked her through a party.
All right, well, I think we saved lives this week. I think we did a good job. I think before Hannah's dog eats her and goes bananas, I think we do the thing that we do. Hannah, what do we do?
All right. So wherever you listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. Spotify, iTunes,
You're doing great, buddy.
YouTube. You can like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to hear us talk about. You can follow us on Instagram and like email us at adviceguys11@gmail.com.
That's great. I think we did amazing work. Good job, everybody. Welcome back, Hannah. Way to stay out of jail, Josh. I'm very excited about all of the things that I accomplished. We'll see you all next week.